Hey guys, today's April 2nd. Actually it's April 3rd now. It's 12:18 a.m. I want to tell you something. First and foremost, we are not in the true Passover. True Passover actually begins today, the 3rd. That's dealing with different calendars. We're not even 100% sure which calendar is correct, and we really shouldn't be paying attention to that because the barley was Aviv. Having said that, there has been a lot of talk about how the government was going to do a false rapture. Well, last night, I was laying in bed, and all of a sudden I got a message from my friend over in the Philippines. And all the Philippines have been standing outside, and they were watching the signs. There was a false rapture type that happened, like plain as day, and it's not even made up. I'm going to be, I got a new computer system set up and everything so I can start doing better videos. But it's taken me a while to learn. So bear with me as I get that presented. And now, it's just amazing because, everything's coming together. Jesus, of course, has not returned, but we cannot slumber and sleep because Jesus says, "Will I find faith in you when I come back?" So, and we have to remain on guard and put on the full armor of God. And as you see this amazing sword that I have here, if you look, what's very interesting about it, you see the horsemen right there. That's like just amazing. All those horses and the beauty that it signifies. Revelation 12, the beasts, Jesus coming, that you got the chariots of fire of Elijah, and Elijah's coming. This next video is going to be much more thorough than this. I'm not going to be talking much. I'm going to be presenting what I have been led, and I believe will help a lot of people understand, because here lately I've been going through a lot. The enemy's been attacking me, and I know he's been attacking a lot of people because he knows his time is short and he's coming up. We have demonic activity going on in this world that is affecting our families like never before, and that is another thing that it talks about in Matthew, how that families will turn against one another, and great deceptions will come upon the earth. And so therefore we need to call upon the Lord, and we need to be kind to our brethren and be there for one another, because there is a terrible eeriness that is floating around. And I remember having a dream not too long ago that I was standing on a white toilet in a stall, me and my family, while I was watching everybody else out in the world acting weird. And it wasn't like they were zombified, but they were acting weird, like not themselves, and they were being controlled. And in order for us not to have that affect us, we had to stay behind our stall until the voice of God told us it was okay to come out. And when we did, we were able to try and help people. And so therefore, I believe that's exactly what's going on. This spiritual warfare that's out there, if we're not armored up, it's going to affect us. And so, be kind to one another and go out and continue to do the will of the Lord, though it's hard. We are still in Passover timing, so do not be discouraged. And the bashing one another and the date setting and all this and that, it is so uncalled for. Nobody said 100% that Jesus is coming back on Passover. But we've been saying that there's been a lot of evidence pointing towards that. And so therefore, if you don't want encouragement, then stop watching. But I'm telling you, Jesus warns us and tells us to watch. Watch therefore, and pray always that you're counted worthy. Watch and do not fall asleep. Watch and do not slumber. Jesus wants us to look towards his glorious appearing, and it's going to be any moment. I truly believe that when it happens, it's going to be at the most perfect moment. And I've been talking to a lot of watchmen lately about how I've been feeling, and I know you guys can relate to this. I've been feeling this nauseous, flu-like feeling coming over me, and like my body is separating from itself, like my soul is slowly leaving. Now, part of me's been saying, well, maybe this is the transformation process. And another part is, I just don't know what it is. Well, I can tell you, my Resurrection Sunday did not go as I planned. I mean, I was crying and I felt the weight of this world, and it was like this dark, deep depression. And I know a lot of you have been feeling it, and it's not that it's depression, it's the spirit, that we know what we are going to endure, we are facing. They are not like us. They are completely different. So, and it's an unexplainable feeling, because it's more of a feeling versus, how you're able to explain in words. More than, it's hard to express, because when you go through these trials and stuff, you have that lonely feeling and you don't know who to turn to. You don't know how to express it, because God made you unique. God made you, and God made you only you to be able to have that connection with Him. No two people are the same, so therefore, yes, it is difficult to sit there and explain how you feel. So, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a, heads up. I hope everybody had a blessed weekend. But I've also been saying that, after the second storm comes, we leave. Well, I believe the second wave of storm is hit. So, and I believe that from here on out, as long as we're here, the spiritual warfare is going to get a lot worse. And that's why we need to constantly be in prayer and anoint our homes, anoint our animals, anoint our things, our bodies, because we are only here for a short period of time. And within that time, we need to do the work of the Lord and do not sleep in slumber. He is the energy pill that wakes us up. He is that coffee, and without, that, some people just cannot wake up. And so therefore, just get out there and do what God's called you to do. And like I said, my next video will be very well thought out, and it's going to be nice. So God bless you all, and have a good evening.